Hello friends, it's Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing tonight? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here to share my next project with you and I'm so excited. Like I'm even more excited than I was when I started it because I just finished the cover and I'm going to show it to you. And I'll show you I'm using 3 kits. So this is a design team project for Sherry Smear at Studio 28E. She has a Facebook group. She has an Etsy shop, of course, and she has a YouTube channel. So I'll link all her information below, including this kit. So this is her. I'm not turning it over because I can't even believe how good the other side looks of this book cover. But I wanted to tell you about the book real quick. So I printed out the kit that I'm using. It's her. I'm using 3 kits. The main one is her ledger kit. It's like a ledger, you know, like a vintage ledger. So she's a ledger kit. I've been dying to try this out and make a journal out of this. So I printed it out at 80% and I went to look. I knew I had some small books, or at least one. So I printed it out and then I came home. Then I came into my craft room, I guess I should say, and looked around for the small books and I found this one. And so it was, let me show you the inside of it. This is the inside of it. It is, look at this front piece here, the front couple of pages. Very thin, but look how pretty this is. I'm going to try to do something with these pages. Isn't it pretty? It's 1906, this book. Okay, so this is the pages. It's nothing, you know, it's just text, but just an old book. Okay, and so the cover was, I wanted to show you the size here. So can you see the pages? And this was the cover. Okay, so what I did was I picked this out, but it was a little bit too long. So I was trying to figure out when I was, you know, putting the pieces onto the cover, I was like, they're too short. What am I going to do? I need to put some lace or something on here. And I was feeling the cover. I was like, you know what? This is just like really thick cardboard. It's not like really thick, thick book cover or anything. And so I ended up just cutting it off. I cut the bottom off. Here's the spine. This was hanging off the book. This book was not in good condition, really. This was just hanging off one side, like just hanging. It wasn't attached at all, except for one side, barely. It was hanging off. So I just cut the book covers off what was left of the spine and saved this little piece. It's a really neat little looking old spine, right? So I'll make something out of that for this journal. But here's the inside. These are the original end pieces from the original book cover. I thought they were really pretty, very old looking, because they are very old. 1906, right? That's over 100 years old. And so I just wanted to, actually I'm going to put another little pocket right here. I have it over there. I didn't put it in. I meant to sew it in, but I didn't. I might be able to still sew it in because it's just straight stitching right here. So, and then I made a new spine because this was the original spine. So I kind of looked at this as a ledger and I said, well, I don't want it to be like a ledger. You know how ledgers usually have some very small spines. So I just pictured it in my head, like what kind of size, you know, spine do I want? So I don't really need to measure it. I was reaching for my ruler, but I made a spine that's 1 1/4 inches, and I picked out this trim or lace for the inside because it matches. This is a piece of Tim Holtz right here. I just liked how this looked with the overall colors. And this is going to be a tuck spot there. And my other piece that's going here is also a Tim Holtz piece that will be a tuck spot inside the back cover. So here is the front. Okay, so it is so cool. First of all, Sherry's ledger. This is a printout of her kit, believe it or not. This is not a real ledger. This is her paper. I printed on a bond or resume paper, so it was ivory colored paper. But just the look of this printed piece looks like cloth. It's so cool. And then this ledger that she used to make her kit. I mean, just look at this design on here. It's brownish and black. I used black thread to sew around, but I did sew. I zigzag stitched here and straight stitched around the side and the bottom. And see, here's where I cut off, and then I rounded the corners to make it look like a ledger. Here's the back. So pretty. Again, zigzag and straight here, because there's lines here. There's lines. I debated on whether to what kind of design to sew down the side, but I decided since there's lines here, I'm just going to stay with the lines and do a straight stitch. But I did do the zigzag on the top. So I was like, you know, what am I going to put on this spine? Because I wanted to kind of look like a ledger on the outside at least. And I was like, I can't put lace on there. That's just not right. That doesn't go with the ledger look I'm going for. And I was thinking, well, I'm going to have to look around my craft room, figure out what to put on here. And then it popped into my head that Maria just sent me some leather in Happy Mail. So I was like, oh my goodness, that leather, I picked, you know, I remembered I love the color of it. It's like the perfect color. It's not shiny, and it's awesome piece of leather that she sent me. So I went and got it, and here it is on the spine. I mean, doesn't that look like the coolest thing ever? So I made the spine size. Then I just glued this on with Fabri-Tac, and then I sewed it around, zigzag stitched all the way around. So very cool. I am going to be sewing the signatures through this, but for right now, this is what it looks like. I think it's so awesome. And then that's the inside. So I just thought it turned out really neat with that leather on there. I just couldn't believe. I mean, I pictured it and I was just like crossing my fingers. I hope this works out. You know what I mean? So let me tell you the actual size this is going to be. Because like I said, I printed this kit out, Sherry's Ledger kit, digi kit, out at 80% this time. So, yeah, I usually do 70%. I was like, let me go a little bit bigger because I didn't think I had a book that small. So, and I was right, because this one, actually I had to cut off the bottom. But it's almost 4 1/4 inches wide. And it is 6.5 inches long. So you can see my hand, about the size of my hand, really. Well, actually a little smaller, right? A little shorter. So, got glue on there. But, yeah, so that is the cover. So let me show you. This kit is so cool. I showed you the book pages. So here is the kit. Let's see, I've got 3 kits here, so it's kind of hard to pull it apart here, but let me show you. So in that kit, Sherry has, let's see, I know I printed out some more of these. I think I have them in the other room, because I printed out this one. It's a ledger page, and I think there's 1 or 2 more. Here's one here. Let's see, all of this is from the kit, from the ledger kit. And I printed out some more of the ledger papers, these right here, because I thought these were so cool, and I wanted more of these. So, like, these I printed out in like this one I already cut out and coffee dyed. This one I haven't cut out yet, but I already coffee dyed it. so I printed out more of these, so I got to cut them out and coffee dye them and all that stuff. But aren't these cool? This one has writing, this one doesn't. It's blue lines across and pink lines like right here, and you see the numbers. This one too, same colors, and it's also got numbers. It does say 19. Isn't that weird? Oh my word, this was meant to be. That book was 1906, and this ledger says 1906. Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills right now. That is so cool. Sherry. It was meant to be. Okay, so here's the rest of the kit. Sorry, I told you I was excited. So this is a letter that is in the kit. I cut out everything and coffee dyed it. So I'll just kind of flip through it here. So cool. I can't believe it was supposed to say 1906. See, this is a handwritten letter, and that's my coffee dyeing. Let's see. Let me get the bigger pieces out. Here's some more, like a page from a letter. Let's see, now did I print this out twice? Yeah, this must be the same thing. No? See this? No, this is the, okay, this must be the first page. This says 3 on it. This says 1. I'm not sure. This doesn't have a number. But here, this is the letterhead right here. The Conrad Hilton, Chicago. And looks like there's probably an address or something here. Anyway, that was all kind of like letters. Here's some more letter type things. And these neat coffee dyed. Here's some more letters. Or here's a piece of a letter. Here is, this is all from the kit. Bank account statement. It looks like it's probably, it's written up here, but this is probably, I would say, typed on, and there's a written number down here. These are all handwritten things, all coffee dyed. So I'll be using all of these in this journal, all these pieces. And then here's just some other little like ephemera type things that is all part of this kit. So let's see, which way does this go? This is like a, there's a stamp here. I'm sorry. The 5, okay, there's a 5 here, and the 5 is right side up. Okay. Okay, I see it. This is like a picture. All these pieces have been coffee dyed. So all these little receipts and ticket type things. This is from a bank. This has the name of a bank here, and then this is handwriting like a receipt. Little just pieces of ephemera, really. The front of it. So remember, these aren't full size. Most of these are 80%, so this would be bigger if you printed out full size, but this is the front of an envelope. This is like a postcard there. Another front of an envelope with stamps. This says 1952 on it. Does this one have a date? This one, 1952 also. So here's another piece of ephemera from a bank. Railroad, something from a railroad here. Another just piece of ephemera. And this, I didn't cut this apart yet, but I coffee dyed it. Just a little postcard here, and this little couple here, really cute. Looks like almost like a postmark right there. But anyway, I think that's possibly all of the kit. If I run into anything else, I'll tell you. But I have 2 more kits here. So I also got her blueberry paper because I thought that would be neat to put in here. I was just thinking things that go with a ledger, you know what I mean? I didn't want to make it, I did use that lace, but I didn't want to make it too frilly. I just want it to be like a ledger, like a journal that's kind of like a ledger. A junk journal that's like a ledger. So this is her blueberry paper. I don't know if I think this is 80%, but then I printed out most of it at full size. Here's some more 80%. I printed out some full size too because I figured it's just paper. I can cut it up or do whatever I want with it, right? So here's the 8. Let me just flip through. I guess just flip through the little ones because these will definitely, hopefully, all fit into the journal. And then I'll have extra if I need to cut up any of these big pieces. But let me see, these have all been coffee dyed. So let me just, if you've never seen blueberry paper and you don't want to mess with doing it yourself, there you go. Sherry's done the hard work again for you with this kit. And you can see the blueberries on here. It's really very cool. Almost like, some of this might be eco-dyed too. But it's called, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory, and I'll link these kits below this video. But it's called Blueberry, you know, dye kit in her shop. The other one's called Ledger Digital Kit. So that's the blueberry papers that I'm using. And then also I printed out another set of her lace dyed, coffee dyed paper. So I've got some envelopes. Here's the, this is what I didn't print out before because I printed these all one-sided. So this is a coffee filter that you can like fold in half and make a pocket if you want. There's the envelopes that I did a video on these before where I made some of these envelopes. They come out really cool. They're long, narrow. Can you see the beautiful lace on here? And then this is another, see there's 2 different coffee filters dyed with coffee dyed with the lace designs on them. Okay, here's this one. This is full size. You fold it up and you can cut this out and make a window if you want, or like on mine, I put a label on there, just covered it up, so whatever you want to do. But here, you know how I like to experiment with sizes, so this is the envelope. Isn't it cute? This is this envelope. Shrunk down to like 30%, okay? I wanted to see what it looked like. I think this one's 30. It might be 50. No, this has got to be like 30. just wanted to see. So I don't know what I'll do with it. I haven't coffee dyed it yet. This I coffee dyed. So I'll probably coffee dye this and I'll see what I do with it, but I'll probably try to use it in this journal. And here's this one. Isn't it adorable? Here's the full size. Here's the 30%. And you can see I haven't glued it together or anything yet because I'm not sure. I might make it like a spot where you can open up and journal inside, you know. So I'm probably going to coffee dye that inside. So that's the envelopes. And then here is the paper in case you haven't seen it before. And I'll show you these two, these words. So here's the coffee dyed lace kit. And here are, let's go through this first and then I'll show you this stuff. So I want to make sure you can see it. Let me turn it this way so you can see really good. But you can see the laced patterns that she put on the, you know, paper when she dyed it. All different kind of patterns here. There's several different patterns and pieces in here that you get a lot of pages in this kit. So, and plus the envelopes, it's all in this kit, you know, this one kit. So this is 3 kits: the coffee dyed lace, the blueberry, and the ledger. So, and then this is just some stuff I'm going to use. This is just, I've been kind of let's see, did it get glued together? It did, but oh yeah, this is one that it's glued together, but I'm still going to figure out how to do something with this. I can always, let's see, the inside is open, so I have my window here, and I can always cut off the ends. This one was glued together before I coffee dyed it, so I was like, well, you know, I'll just go ahead and coffee dye it and see if I want to do something with it. But this is what I've been doing with my junk mail envelopes. I've been coffee dyeing them, and usually they're open. I open them up before I coffee dye them, and then I can actually use them as a page or a, you know, some kind of a fold out or something. So I think that's kind of fun, and I would like them, you know, they give you that coffee dyed feeling and that crispy feeling, which I like. And then I always talk about, you know, how I print out words. So this week I wanted to go ahead, and I've been printing my words on file folder, but this week I wanted to try coffee dyeing some. So I printed out, this is how I do it. I just pick a word like journal. You know, I typed it once pretty much on my computer, and I, you know, my word processing program, whatever word processing program you use. And then I think I just, you know, copied and pasted it here, and then you can copy and paste that whole line. I think that's how it works, or I might have had to just copy and paste it. Anyway, I got it copy and pasted one way or the other all over, and then you just have, you know, you can just do that once and print it out as many times as you want. I printed it out twice, and then I saved it, so when I want to print it out again, I can. And then I coffee dyed them. So I'm going to cut these out and just have these ready to go in my little word box. I have a little box I keep all my words in. And so that's one word. And then I also did this, these words, notes, and these are going to be small. I thought I might want more space around these, so that's why I did it like that. And I thought I just wanted the word notes here. I just wanted, you know, a tight little cutout. So that's why these are closer together. And look how many I got on here. So anyway, I've been having fun already with this, and so I will come back with more progress on this pretty leather spined ledger. Now it looks like a real ledger, right? I just can't wait to get started. I don't know how many signatures I'll do. I think I'm going to try to do more than 3 in here, but since it's 1 1/4, I'm thinking I can get at least 4 in there, but I could get more than that if I wanted to. We'll just have to see how that goes. You know, I'll come back and work on it with you. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Happy crafting.